As you probably know that the number one skill in property is negotiation. So today I'm going to talk about the rules of negotiation. Rule number one is you have to believe that everything is negotiable. So it doesn't matter anything big or small, whether you're shopping in a shopping mall or you're negotiating a property deal, everything is negotiable. Fear nothing. JFK actually said never fear to negotiate, but never negotiate out of fear. So imagine you are a blank slate, a blank piece of paper, and this is where you start. No emotions, no fear. Are you the sort of person who doesn't like people telling you no in fear of rejection? Well, in that case, you're probably not going to be very good in negotiation, because in negotiation, the no is not the end, but the beginning. So when you hear the word no, you want to work out how you can get from the no to a yes. This rule of negotiation is about justifying your every single move. For example, if you're increasing an offer from £100,000 to £110,000, you have to justify the increase of £10,000. Otherwise, the other person would be thinking, how much further can you go? So you could use any decoy, any reason, but you have to justify it. Never be the first to name the price. I'll give you an example. If there's a property worth £1 million and you're the first one to name the figure, let's say you offer $900,000, then how do you know that the seller is not willing to accept $800,000 or $700,000? So the first person who names the price is normally the one who will lose. A very, very important rule of negotiation is never to make assumptions. You know the word assume? It actually makes an ass out of you and me. Why? Because when we put in an offer, for example, and we fear that they're going to reject your offer, so you're going to come in low because you don't want to offend the seller. Well, straight away you've already made those assumptions about the seller, because how would you know that the seller is not going to consider a much lower offer? So never assume, because it makes an ass out of you and me. Whenever you throw in a number, like I'm going to give you an offer at X amount, I want you to demonstrate this offer, because numbers actually for a human mind actually doesn't mean anything. An example would be, you say to the seller, I'm going to give you an offer based on your valuation of your property of $100,000, I'm going to give you $70,000. And what that means is, after paying off your mortgage of $50,000, you still have £20,000 going to your bank account in the next few weeks. So the £20,000 would probably allow you to move on with your life or go to join your family in Australia. And now what you're doing is you're attaching the value to what offer you're going to give it. At the end of the day, in a negotiation, it's not all about the price, it's about the value that you can give them, and they'll be willing to give you a discount in return. So demonstrate your value. In this rule of negotiation, I want you to remember, no matter how much you want the deal, just don't show your need. Because when you show your need, the other person can pick it up and then the deal is over. So how do we know when you are showing your need? Well, normally the person who talks the most is the one who's most needy. So instead of talking, try to listen more. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful. And don't forget to share with your friends.